Welcome back to the Remote No Pressure podcast, Bill.
Well, hello. It's great to be back.
It is great to be back, man. How was your week?
It's been great. Yourself? You do anything special since the last time we met?
Not really. It is warming up, though.
Oh man, I am. I'm antsy to get out in the woods.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the snow.
No.
And we've talked about this several times on the podcast, and I can kind of lean into the camera here.
Oh.
But we've talked about this several times on the podcast, how I'm not a fan of ice fishing.
Yeah.
I actually hate ice fishing. And I've tried it several times. I know with tip-ups, I'm sure it's great, and I've tried it. I pulled fish through the ice. I'm just not a fan.
Yep. I have not gone. It just doesn't sound appealing to me.
You know, when it's like 5 degrees, wind chill or below, and then you're sitting on a giant block of ice, drilling a hole in an ice, in an ice.
What if you're in a shanty though?
See, and
I mean, clear. If you have a heater in the shanty, throw on a podcast. Throw on your favorite fly fishing podcast on your phone or mobile device.
maybe crack open a nice cold Athletic Brewing
Hey,
beer. Like that product placement.
I like
there.
that.
See, that comes with years of experience.
Hey, you've been doing this a while. No, I'm excited about the warm weather. When we hit the 40s, it was like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, today I had the window down. Like,
Yeah, so did I.
even though it was like 42 degrees or something, I'm just like, screw it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
this
put
feels
the
too
top down.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was really nice. I got
Start turning the heater down in my car.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was like, what am I doing?
yeah. It's amazing, especially because it's been so cold.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not a big fan of ice fishing, so I didn't do it one time this year. I got a couple invites from my father-in-law. He likes to ice fish. He bought him a huge shanty for the boys and I. And then last year we didn't have any ice. And then this year it's just when we had ice, it's been so cold that I know my boys are going to start crying like 30 seconds in, and it's not worth going at this point. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get into it.
Yeah.
I've tried. I'm a warm-blooded Warm-blooded cold-blooded means you need to be in the warm climate, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Like a snake is cold-blooded, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and birds,
Yeah. So
lizards.
I think I'm cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
You have to lay out on a rock and warm up.
Yeah. Yeah. I get really grumpy. I hibernate like those toads that go under the ground.
You get too close, you'll strike.
Yeah, I will. I'll bite. I'll kick. No, but yeah, I'm so happy that it's getting warm. But, you know, it is what it is. It's that time of year. Bill, I've been tying a lot of flies, getting my fly box ready for the spring. You know,
Yes.
I got the black stone flies. I got some nymphs. I got the eggs. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on. And, of course, you guys all know my obsession with woolly buggers, and that's just how it is. And
I thought you were
know.
going to say the parachute Adams.
Well, yeah, the parachute. That's right. I got to plug it. See, that's the thing. See, I just released an album, Jeff Troutman and the Parachute Adams Band. You can go to parachuteadamsband.com or jefftroutman.us and check out our album. It's also on all the streaming platforms. And see, it's really hard to talk about it's hard to plug yourself. I feel indulged.
That's a different website.
It's my OnlyFans site. I'm not giving you that address. This is a family show, Bill. I mean, some of our reviews, it says, I like the clean humor. But, you know, kids aren't going to know that.
It's like watching a Disney movie these days, you know?
Oh, yeah, like
they'll just kind of
Shrek.
slip it in there, and you're like, the adults get it?
Yeah. Do you remember, speaking of Disney, do you remember The Little Mermaid? You remember that movie?
Mm-hmm. I mean, no.
No, you're a guy. No, but they say, rumor has it that the guy got fired who was designing the cover of The Little Mermaid, and he put a penis in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
Yep.
You're like,
Oh, yeah.
I know
Yeah,
that.
duh.
I've never
Everybody
seen the
knows
movie,
that.
but there sure is a big penis on the cover. I didn't see a movie.
No, there's a bunch of like Disney movies where they slip in little innuendos all over.
Yeah. Lion King was another one where they say sex
In stars.
in the clouds or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true. And if you play it backwards, it's like a satanic.
Yep. You go straight to hell.
You go.
There's a portal that
there's a
opens
portal
up in the room.
when you go backwards. No, it's funny because I was listening, Rush Limbaugh recently died, and, he was kind of a controversial figure, so I don't know how you feel about him, but I was listening to some of his greatest hits, and back in the late 80s, early 90s, these church people were thinking his theme song, if you played it backwards, said like, Hail Satan. He did, and he said it was crazy because these people were going to their pastors and they didn't know whether or not they should listen to the show anymore. Because it was like you play the song backwards and it says like "Hail Satan" or something like that, So they didn't know what to do. So they started going to their pastors and they were like, "What should we do?" And so the station manager called Ross. He's like, "Look, you gotta like
play it backwards.
You gotta
on the air.
do something." So he built it out. He's like, he's like, "Wow, that the devil seeped in," and he went on and on about how like he couldn't believe he couldn't play it anymore on the air because. If he got fooled, and he went on, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, like he can't even play it on the air." Well, of course, he built it up, and people were like on the edge of their seats. He said he went on for like 45 minutes about how he was just deceived by Satan. He didn't even know, and if something can happen like that to him, and it's so bad that he can't replay it. And people were at the edge of their seats, which I would be too. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh," especially back then. Everyone's getting sacrificed. All the cats. Remember the 90s, the late 80s?
No.
Oh my gosh, it was like a big scare. You were in
this didn't
McBain.
happen up north. Yeah,
you were in McBain. That's actually where they came from. From
barn cats. Let's go get some barn cats.
No, but and then the station manager, like it was all part of the bit. He comes in and says, "You have to play it on the air." And he's like, "I gotta play it," and then he played it, and he voiced over.
It, yeah.
"This is Beelzebub." I thought that was genius. Whether you love or hate the guy, he was quite the entertainer. So it was kind of funny to hear him. I grew up listening to him on my dad's Nissan Stanza.
Oh, I had a Stanza.
You had it? Was it a stick shift?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had the sliding back doors. Is that the same one you had? They had two models. One was a wagon. It's the one I had with the sliding back doors.
Sliding like a minivan?
Yeah, both sides. 4-wheel drive, sliding back doors. That thing was awesome.
No kidding. See, that would be really cool to see because those 80s cars, maybe if we can find a picture of it, if you go to the YouTube channel, we'll see if we can Google a picture and put it up on our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on the YouTube channel, be sure to click the subscribe and get the alerts to our channel. Comment below. What was your first car?
Yeah.
Was that your first car? Nissan
That was
Stanza?
my first car. It's a hand-me-down for my sister, but yep.
Stick shift. See, and people don't drive stick shifts anymore.
I miss them too.
Yeah.
You remember my old Ranger?
Yeah, I do.
That was a stick too.
That was, that was crazy. People don't know how to drive sticks anymore.
No. If you have a motorcycle, those are still like or manual.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because we had this silver Nissan Stanza and we decided let's put a hitch on it. And so we would pull our boat with a Nissan Stanza. It was like a 16-foot John boat. It's the one I've talked about with my Evinrude motor that with shear pins in the intercoastal canal. It was a lot of fun. Intercoastal waterway. But we go out there. It's at 25 horse Evinrude, and it was shear pins. So I always had to have like a toolbox and extra pins with me all the time. And otherwise, you would get stranded. And I came home from a party from July 4th. It was like July 5th. And my motor was gone. And I was like, wow, where's my motor? I said, my dad must have been really nice and took it in to get fixed because it was always shearing pins, so no, it got stolen. Someone ripped it off the back of the boat. But yeah, I hope
they got stranded.
We would pull this boat, bro, to the boat launch, and it was a stick shift. So if you screwed up, you're gonna be in the water because you're like dropping the boat off,
The stall's out.
Oh yeah, you're screwed, bro. Yeah, it was a 16-foot flat bottom John. 17-foot, and it was extra wide, so it was probably wider than the actual car was. Probably like goofy. We didn't care, bro. We're going fishing, man. But that was some good times. My first car was because my dad owned the Stanza. My first car was a 1987 Toyota Corolla SR5. It was white. It was 2-door. It had red or maroon like interior, and it had those lights in the front that would flip up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I had a Firebird. That was my second car. Was a Firebird.
Did you ever have any problems with those lights?
No.
Neither did I. I would think that they would break. Okay, they're going to screw up and they're going to be stuck.
The motors are going to fry and you're going to have it look like it's blinking or winking at you.
Yeah. I never had problems.
I've seen them like that on the roads, but like mine was fine. I only had it for 2.5 years, but
yeah.
How
many miles did you have on it when you bought it?
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember because this is 25 years ago.
Oh wow,
24 years ago. It was probably it was over 100, I think. But it was and it was somebody's like summer car, just like I had it. I had that and my Nissan at the same time.
Oh wow.
And that was my summer car. Got a good deal on it from the dealership downtown, and his sister had it, and it was on a scavenge. What is that title?
Oh, salvage title.
Salvage title, yeah. It was wrecked.
Yeah.
And they fixed it up, and yeah. Steering wheel was always a little bit crooked. I was all right with that.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Those first cars are amazing. But I would really like to see a picture of this Nissan Stanza with the slider doors. Like, what made them think slider doors were a good idea? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, it's cool. I think it's great.
If I was ever in a rollover, it probably would have collapsed on me because there was no frame in between the driver's door and the back door.
Oh, wow.
You just open them up, and there it was, you know?
Almost like a reverse DeLorean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, then I got rid of that car and I got a beige Toyota Corolla.
You drove those Corollas for a long time.
So the car you knew.
Yeah.
And then I traded that in for a beige Camry, which I just got rid of, and that had 220,000 miles on. But the beige Corolla that you knew me.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy that you
had that a long time.
Oh, I did have a long time, bro, because it was a great car. It wouldn't wear out. That's what the problem with them is. You get sick of looking at them. They don't break down. You just get sick of looking at them. I kept thinking, something's going to happen to the Camry. I wrecked it like 2 years before I sold it for cash. I wrecked it, and then the insurance company's like, no, it's worth too much. I'm like, it's got like 199,000 miles on it. What are you talking about? Like, no, it's worth too much. We're not gonna total it out. And that was a pretty bad wreck. I know. I don't know. I don't think they wanted to total it. I think she was just being mean. But I didn't care. I didn't want to total it out. I wanted to keep driving my car. I was paid off, everything. But so this past summer, we went up to a cottage up in St. Ignace, and I opened the garage. It was like one of those Airbnbs, cottages. And I opened up the garage door. Comes up. Inside of this garage was a mint. I'm talking cherry, beige Toyota Corolla, bro. I'm like, no way. It was my car, man. It had, no automatic locks. They were like, you had to, go over and pull up the lock.
Or use a key.
Or use a key, right?
Yeah.
And that's just how it was. And I was like, I wanted that car. I would have paid $5,000 for it. And it only had like 30,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Because the lady lives like in Arizona. When she comes into town for the summer, that's the car she drives. And it literally had 30,000 miles on it. I mean, cherry. I was like, man, I would totally buy that car. But she wasn't selling it. But anyways, in other news, as most of you know, Bill and I are prone to conspiracies.
Now, what?
It's not a conspiracy if it's true.
We're about to prove that too, right?
Absolutely. As you know, Bill and I are prone to conspiracies. We will go down rabbit holes. We often have to re-record intros because Jeff will go absolutely bananas. Okay, I will get political.
I'm just trying to protect us.
I will get crazy. We don't want to get demonetized, and we want you to escape from all of it.
But first, we want to get monetized.
First, we have to get monetized before we can be demonetized.
We got to have a platform for them to take it from us.
Exactly. So if you're on our YouTube channel, click below to subscribe. No, but in all seriousness, as you guys know, me and Bill are prone to conspiracies. We love conspiracies. We like talking about conspiracies. It's something that's come up several times on the podcast. I know you're at the edge of your seat right now, but something that's come up several times on the podcast is UFOs. Perfect timing.
I know. I had my finger on the button for that one.
So I'm reading this off CNN, also known as the Conservative News Network. That's what that C stands for. Right, Bill?
Mm-hmm. I got nothing on that.
It's like CNN, and then you've got like that something that's a little bit more liberal would be something like what? One American
MSNBC.
News. One American News is a little bit more conservative than CNN.
Yeah. Newsmax, is that up there?
Newsmax, super liberal. Conservative News Network, CNN reports U.S. intelligence. See, this is the problem, Bill. You trigger me. See, you trigger me, and you want me to go off. You want me to turn into the rage monster.
Do it.
You're just, yeah. I'm biting my tongue. U.S. intelligence agencies have 180 days to share what they know about UFOs thanks to the COVID-19 relief and spending bill. As you know, oftentimes these bills do not...
they have a lot of pork in them.
They have a lot of pork. And something that I think was admirable for our former
45.
Former
president.
Farmersonly.com. No, from our former president is the fact that he snuck this in. I think it was him. But they have 90 days to share what they know about UFOs thanks to the COVID-19 relief spending bill. CNN, when President Donald Trump signed the $2.3 trillion coronavirus relief, $2.3 trillion coronavirus relief and government funding bill into law in December, so began the 180-day countdown for U.S. intelligence agencies to tell Congress what they know about UFOs. No, really.
This is the third time we've talked about this too. This is big.
This is big. It's coming up.
Yeah,
it's coming up. So I wonder when is the 180 days up, because it was signed in December.
Was it December? That was that $600 check we got.
It was signed into bill. It was the funding bill into law in December. So the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense.
And the secret of defense.
See, it's getting late. We're doing a late night episode, and I'm just like slurring words. The Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense have a little less than 6 months now to provide the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees with an unclassified report about unidentified aerial phenomena. Did you hear Hillary Clinton say, I think it was on Jimmy Kimmel, she's like, they're not called UFOs, they're called UAPs.
Yeah, I had not heard that, but I've heard that phrase before, that term before.
Yeah, so obviously she knows something.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think Epstein was abducted by aliens.
He wasn't killed.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wait. He was? No. So he's still alive, you think?
Trigger.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. There's no doubt. God, I love conspiracies. You know, I have a friend of mine, and I'm not going to say who he is. He doesn't listen to the show. I know that for a fact because he's an older guy.
Let's just call him Don.
Let's call him Don. Let's just say his last name's Johnson. It's completely not true. Actually, Don, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel and commenting. If you guys would like to know more about Don Johnson, just click on the link below. A couple episodes ago?
Yeah. Last Bill and Jeff episode.
I swear to you, it's not Don Johnson, because this is kind of out there. But this guy is like on the like big time, way out there. We may have to edit that letter out. But the conspiracies, I don't buy into them, but I do find them entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm excited about this, guys. If you are on the YouTube channel, you can click on the link below. It would be really cool if we knew the date and the time, and then we could put some kind of like timer on our website so people can go and say, okay, this is when it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I want to know.
Everything will be out by this date.
Yeah, I want to know when that is. So we're going to do some research here.
And guys, keep your eyes open. If you see anything,
yeah.
If you see something, say something.
If you see something, say something. Especially if it's your neighbor. There's nothing like a good neighbor that tattles on the other neighbors.
That's right.
If you see something, say something. But yeah, so be sure to go and do that. Speaking of...
you were still on the CNN.
The report must contain detailed analysis of UFO data intelligence collected by the Office of Naval Intelligence, the UAP Phenomena Task Force, and the FBI, according to the Senate Intelligence Committee's directive. It should also describe in detail an interagency process for ensuring timely data collection and centralized analysis of all unidentified aerial phenomena reporting for the federal government, and designate an official responsible for that process. I think I will be that designated official.
You're going to be that person?
Why not? Why the hell not?
That's a good question. Why not? I mean, I don't know.
Finally, the report should identify any potential national security threats posed by UFOs and assesses whether any of the nation's adversaries could be behind such activity, the committee said. So it's an interesting article. There's some pictures here. I personally believe in UFOs. Bill, are you believe in other dimensions?
I do believe in other dimensions, yeah.
Not really that they're in outer space. Do you believe that we landed on Mars a couple weeks ago?
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah. I've got another friend. He's a flat, I can't say the word, but right, flat glober.
Oh.
He is literally a flat glober.
Flat No. No, we all know the theory.
Again, I don't know why we're so worried, because you have to be monetized.
That's right. I don't think they're going to do anything yet. Well, I don't know. We got 200 subscribers now.
We're really blowing them away. No, but we do have a lot of downloads. It's just that we're building up this whole YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe. Beer lovers know the names. I'm not talking about your local spaceship and UFOs. There we go.
Whoa.
Beer lovers know the names. And I'm not talking about your local spaceship fruity IPA. I'm talking about the names. In this competitive beer landscape, two-hearted drunken monks, Pliny elders, and grapefruit space-time machines all agree that there's a new name in town. It's the International Beer Challenge Award winner of 2020, Bend, Oregon's Craft Beer Award winner of 2020, one of the top-selling beers in Whole Foods. This unbelievable IPA... Drum roll, please.
I should have.
It's non-alcoholic. I love craft beer. It's hard not to in Michigan, but I've had to cut back. Nothing takes a harder toll on my body like local craft IPAs. Although some people claim that the dad bod is so hot right now. Well, I just don't believe them. Athletic Brewing's Run Wild IPA is a non-alcoholic, fully brewed, not diluted. It's really important. Non-alcoholic, low-calorie, award-winning IPA. I always say that a little bit louder because it's in caps. Award. Have this beer or any of their brews delivered directly to your doorstep and save 20% with the discount code BEERMONEY20. Again, the discount code BEERMONEY20. We have the link down below there at athleticbrewing.com. You know, we've mansplained pregnancy for a couple episodes. If you are pregnant or plan to be pregnant, you know, Athletic Brewing is a great option for you if you like beer. I have never personally been pregnant.
Watched a movie about it once.
Yeah. I know everything about it. I mean, I know what it feels like.
There's books and then probably YouTube videos if you want to watch that.
It can't hurt that bad.
You ever had a stone?
Have you?
No. Thank God I have not.
Okay, dude. One time I went to I took my wife to the hospital. It was when we first got married. I can't remember what it was for, but we went to the hospital and she was like having some breathing issues or something. It turned out to be nothing, but you know, you just don't know. You want to be, you know, super cautious, new husband, everything. And, it was really funny, not funny, but it was like in an ER. And so like they have curtains between you and the other people. And the guy next to me was passing a stone, dude. He was in so much pain. He was puking. And what he did was he drank a ton of beer so he could like urinate it out. So he was drunk, puking, and passing a stone all at the same time. I will never forget that. It's the try. I will never forget that moment in my marriage. I've been married 16 years, and I've forgotten more than I remember, but that's something I will always remember.
Anniversary, couldn't tell you, but that guy passing a stone.
But I tell you what, when my kids are born, I can't quite remember the date, but on August 7th of 2006, a guy named Jim... Yeah, it was really bad. Really, really bad. But but this week on the Remote No Pressure podcast, you got us. You got me. You got Bill here, and we're going to talk a little bit. This article is from Hatch Magazine, hatchmag.com, which is one of my favorites. I really like their magazine. But it says the dark side of social media influencers, how Instagram personalities, unscrupulous brand ambassadors.
Wow, typo in that article. They should have a better editor.
How Instagram personalities, unscrupulous brand ambassadors, and more take a toll on public lands. So it's pretty interesting. They talk about this guy. Earlier this fall, influencer, brand ambassador, and professional skier David Lesh took the trail to Colorado's iconic Maroon Bells, stepped into the lake at the base of the stunning mountains that have graced magazine covers, inspired plein air art, and uplifted visitors to the West for generations, and dropped a deuce.
Whoa.
I'm not talking about two. I'm talking about number two. Shocking? Certainly. But Lash has a history of disrespect for America's public lands. In July 2019, he was cited for riding a snowmobile in a closed cirque atop Independence Pass that stretches between the Arkansas River Valley and Aspen. Last winter, he took over a non-motorized snow park in Summit County with his snowmobile. And earlier this year, he was cited and fined for hiking and into hanging lakes near Glenwood Springs during COVID-related trail closures. And how do we know this? He posted all of it on
Not to trigger, but why was there trail closures for COVID?
COVID-related trail closures. It happened here.
Oh, hiking trails shut down? Like I was hiking all the time during COVID.
I think it was like the first 3 weeks.
Oh, it was too cold then.
We didn't know what was going on. Still don't know what's going on. Huh.
Fauci. Anyways, go ahead with that article.
He posted his antics on Instagram. Yes, even the poop. Of course, Lush's intent is to get a rise out of everyone who sees his social post, to see how many of us clutch our pearls and righteously condemn him for his brazen public stunts. It seems that he's determined to one-up himself at every possible turn. It's one thing to hike a closed trail or ride a snow machine across melting summer snowfield, but leaving behind a floater in Maroon Lake, ugh. I'm glad they got that hatch mag. But, you know, it's not just him, but, okay, let's see here. A little over a year. It's talking really about brand ambassadors and influencers, just trying to get attention. Mm-hmm. You know, what do you think about it, Bill? I mean, do you think
there's a lot of
thing? It's a bad thing.
There's a lot of YouTube channels. There's a lot of Instagrammers who are all trying to make a name for themselves in any way they can. Mm-hmm. You know, and yeah, that's really disrespectful though. I don't know the lakes personally that they're talking about, but just to go out and drop a deuce in it, and what do you think of that, world? Oh.
Yeah, do you think social? And we've had this conversation before on our podcast here. Do you think social media has been good or bad for the sport?
Well, social media in general, I think it can go either way. It can be good or bad. I mean, like if you look at the way social media can bring people together, like Facebook has done in the past, it can be a huge blessing for people. I mean, like connecting friends after being out of school for 30, 40 years. But then you have your Karens. Can I say that online? I don't know. I don't know if I'm offending any Karens who are.
It's Karen with an E, with an I, not with an E.
So I did not know the spelling.
I only know one Karen with an I, so we're gonna say it's Karen with an I.
Wait, is that a bad thing then?
I don't know. She's really nice. I don't want to throw her under the bus.
Anyways, you have the Karens out there who ruin everything or will complain, or the police for all the social media junk too. So
yeah, I think it's been really good for the sport. Mm-hmm. But I think everyone's looking for an angle, right? We all want to be like, people want to be recognized. They want to be noticed. They think they're special. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes. And I think as a grown up, I think we kind of sense that. We know that when that's happening versus, when they're genuine, like just trying to, because there's some really great content creators out there. I think of Cameron Cushman, who's been on the podcast. I think there's several people that I love their content, that they're not out there just trying to
shock everybody into getting it on their channel.
Yeah.
Or they're watching their stuff.
But I've also seen people freak out whenever other people take pictures of themselves in a secret spot, like, how dare you put that up? I'm in my closet. Right. How dare you put that up there? And I get it. You don't want a lot of people showing up, but I mean, I would like to know if you're out there and this has happened to you. I want you to come on the show. I want to talk to you about it, where maybe you took a picture, a selfie or something at a spot, and then the next time you went out there, it was like crowded. I really want to know if that's happened, like in a significant amount. Now, we talked last week to Joe DeMalderis, and we mentioned Kirk Dieter's article about how the sport's really grown through the last few years. And so that could be the case. It's probably not because you posted your brown trout on your favorite social media
site. I thought that was another poop joke.
You dropped your favorite brown trout in your favorite stream. I don't know. I think it's been good for the sport. I think there's exceptions. I've often thought, and Bill always tells me, he always talks me out of it, about taking my shirt off for more pictures on social media, showing a little more cleavage.
We're trying to sell shirts.
It's the cleavage that I'm trying to show. I heard you get a lot of followers that way.
You know what? We can try this. I mean, maybe show off that tattoo on your back too. in Chinese.
Yeah. It says love.
That's what they told me anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a tattoo, right?
I just got this one on my arm, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I've been wanting a tattoo for a while. But I just keep putting it off. I don't think I'm going to do it because I think I get tired of it after a while.
Yeah, just put it on your back. You'll never see it then. Until you're in the shower and you want to look in the mirror. You're like, oh, look at that.
I'd like to do it on my forearm.
Is that a mole?
Is this thing getting bigger? Yeah, because you're getting fatter. Does this thing kind of like getting into a weird shape? Should I get it checked out? No, you're just getting fatter is all you're doing. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's been a good thing and bad thing, I guess, but just like anything is.
So if we get 1,000 subscribers, are you going to get a tattoo?
If we get 1,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel, jeez, I don't want to throw that out there.
I mean,
because we're going to get there. I think it's going to be really quick and then this year because we got some cool marketing campaigns coming up.
Some good growth coming.
I don't know. Leave it in the comments if you think I should get a tattoo once we get to 1,000.
Like a Tweety bird. We're just gonna get a little Tweety bird.
I'm not doing a
right above you,
right above my hip, right on my nip.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
Do people tattoo their nips? That would hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it feels. I mean, I don't know.
No worse than my piercing. No more worse than a piercing.
We got the links down below to my OnlyFans page. I bring up OnlyFans a lot. And let me tell you why. We got a few more minutes here. I didn't know what OnlyFans is. I didn't know what it was.
What is it?
Well, basically, like I could start my own porn channel and people can pay to see me naked.
Interesting. Go on.
Yeah. So, but see what happened is this girl that we know, my wife and I, it's actually my sister-in-law was like her best friend in high school. Has an OnlyFans page. And it was a big deal because my sister-in-law found her like a Twitter account she had set up for this OnlyFans to draw people in. She's like, I think that's beep. And she went on there. Sure enough, it was. And it was like a big deal in the family. Like someone we know has an OnlyFans.
Did you subscribe?
Maybe.
Well, she's a working mother. She needs a...
Hey, I was curious, you know? No, I didn't subscribe. I didn't want to see that. Nope, don't want to see it. Don't even want to think about it, Bill. We got the, if you're on our website at remotenotpressure.com, take a look below around, check out our t-shirts, check out our decals. Be sure, every time you buy something, helps support the podcast. We just really appreciate that. You could also check out our music at jefftroutman.us. We have those down below. I'm trying to think of what else we should talk about, Bill. What other announcements do we have? We got some live events we're trying to get planned out.
Still to come.
Big Rich still got us on lockdown. Yeah, go to remotenotpressure.com.
Rumble.
Parlor is back
Facebook.
up. I've heard. I haven't been back on. I haven't posted anything.
We got to get it back up. We got to get our stuff out there.
Yeah, we're desperate.
As soon as they take us down for this episode.
We're at a bit shoot. No, but seriously, go to our website. Also, go to our YouTube and subscribe. It really means a ton to us.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. And I have a tattoo picked out. I already have the tat picked out. And maybe I'll get one if we get 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
I can't commit what.
We'll get video of it, and we'll get pictures of it posted to the socials. And
This is a late night episode. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us this week on the Remote No Pressure podcast. You have the outro music, Bill?
Yeah. Yep. There we go.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on the Remote No Pressure podcast. Bill, thank you so much. You have any final words, Bill?
It's too late. It's
unreal.
Too late.
Unbelievable. Yep. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Until next time, go fishing.